What is up? Oh, let's turn that down a bit here. Make sure we got good sounds, all that stuff. Happy friggin' Friday to you. Hey, Luke. Hey, Delta Dragon. Hope you're doing good. You shot me a message on Facebook. Oh, that's you. Okay. I saw that, man. On the McDizzle Gaming Facebook page. The one message. I didn't know who it was. It didn't say Delta Dragon, right? I'm assuming it did have your name. I won't say what it is, but I'm guessing that's it, who it was. Spooked me out for a second, Delta. I'm like, who the fuck's it? Because I thought it was a guy I bought a record from, and it spooked me out. Yeah, I get vinyl from once in a while. But I hope everyone's having a good Friday. Mine's been kind of wild, you know. Had a job interview today. The recruiter showed up, but the hiring manager didn't. And it was good times. It was good times. Not so much. But yeah, we're here chilling with the Thaumaturge. It is coming out on console very soon. If you're just dropping in, make sure to drop a like on here. Helps the old stream out. And I could use the help. Let's get these stream numbers up a little bit. This is a pretty interesting game. I got partway through it, and I forgot what happened, so we're starting again. So it's like a historical fiction from Poland about thaumaturges. They're like a temperomancer, able to discover secrets lingering in people or places. They recognize flaws or stigmas imprinted on the human psyche. They dot our souls. It's impossible to fully name the essence of one without being born one. So it's something you're born into. But yeah, buddy, I'm on my Xbox a lot. As you can see, for the most part. Pumped for Indiana Jones. I'm actually, like, super pumped. I'm crunk, as the youth might say. I hope it's not too, like, skippity. Or that it's skibbity enough. I don't know what that means. Not one bit.
For years I've been seeing you in my dreams. And lately, more and more.
Lygia!
I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face. I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you.
I keep calling him Victor. It is pronounced Victor, but it's spelled like Wictor.
I hope your condition hasn't worsened much since
He's a pretty cool protagonist. I dig the dude.
What a nightmare you're going through.
Oh, just making sure we're all set up good. Yeah, we're good.
Remember, you're not alone.
Like Michael Jackson said, "You are not alone." No.
I'm sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your help.
And we get to see Rasputin too. I know that.
Requested.
Hey, you got a guitar today. Nice, man. Trying to play Hurt Your Back.
Know your intention.
Don't know how to look down.
As my witness, he'll not
Starting out, yeah, you got to see the frets and strings. Some people, like,
the only thing that can help you is
when you put it on your knee, some people will kind of tilt it up at different angles. It might be a little easier on the neck, like to get kind of an uncomfortable, a different angle with the neck coming up, so you don't have to look down quite as far.
Seeking help. I hope the man you're pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, we will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now, does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you are safe. With as much love as I have.
Are you just learning to play now, Luke? Or have you played, like, messed around before? I don't recall. Hey, Emily! Thank you. I hope it's going good. I hope yours is going well. Good timing. We just started.
Could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
This is probably what I've seen so far is the best voice acting I've seen.
Are you feeling all right?
Yes, thank you.
Crunk, Zooted,
You're not looking your best.
Thank you.
Bombaslet?
What's
All
the
that good
message?
stuff, my Skippity Rizzler. That's awesome. Let's play a trick on him.
Take this down, please.
Skibbity. Very skibbity
Very
views.
beautiful views. People honest at first glance.
But they understand
Sincerely,
I'm a Rizzler.
a barely living cripple.
I didn't mean to cause offense.
What about GYAT? Is that a word or is it just an acronym?
Take this down, please. Arrived.
I've seen it spelled out, but I don't think I've heard
I
it
hope
said.
you will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Yeah.
Anything to
The
add,
equivalent to
yeah.
a collect call. Zooted, though. We say zooted for, like, really stoned.
Please add my love to you, my sister.
The thing I like about this is you can make Victor be a dick.
Touching.
And it's a good little RPG, you know. You can customize him. He can get his haircuts.
My name is
All that
Wictor
stuff.
Szulski. Szulski. And Wictor with a W, not a V.
And Skippity with an S.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw, Russia.
Man, you know what was funny, Luke, is that AEW match with Big Boom AJ. That was way better than it had any right to be.
Maps change. I know. Let's get on with it.
Big Justice in with a spear.
Pardon?
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
We're gonna see Rasputin in a
Coachman is
few.
picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
Looney.
It was decent. He had a good power bomb. So I believe we're at right before World War One. So many lore and letters. And everything you get gives you experience. Okay, perception. You possess exceptional perception. You can see things that are hidden. Anticipate actions. Follow traces of emotion. Okay. Okay, right trigger if you're using controller. Will get your Thaumaturge senses going. So we're in the city of... I don't know if we're in the city. Tiflis. Armed Cossacks. Uh-oh. Jeff Hardy and Matt... I hope they have one last WWE run.
Hello. Are you going to the village by any chance?
Hello there. Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir. The station, the village, and the cemetery. That's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
The village is what interests me.
If you've got reason to be there, climb in.
Wait a little longer. I want to
Can
take a quick
you
look
wait
around.
for me a minute? I want to take a look around.
Well,
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't think there's too much more really in here at all. Nah, we'll go, buddy.
all set?
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with.
They all speak like they're exhaling a lot. Suppose it is cold. Oh, look at the dog. Look at that dog. I saw a puppy today. Life was good. It was a German Shepherd. What was it? A German Shepherd something. German Shepherd something. I don't remember what the other breed was in it.
Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you.
Okay, journal updated. We'll go to the... Can I go to the tavern? Oh, protective charm. I hope I didn't take it from him.
You guys already got what's yours this week. Molchat, we're here to keep order and that don't come free. It's getting colder, so the price is getting higher.
Hey, T. Nice boots. Are they warm?
A proud answer. It only so this is cool. This is one of the coolest gameplay systems of it. So I keep saying Wictor. Victor, I'll just call him. His flaw is pride. And when you choose prideful answers, it does something. It's not just a dialogue option.
Actually, I have particularly warm boots.
I think it makes him a bit stronger, but I have to confirm.
Sooner or later, these might kick their arses. Don't tempt me, Luca. Don't tempt me.
I'll whoop
Give me a
him.
sec. Got to sort out formalities with this tourist.
It's your snummy. We are the Tsar's soldiers. Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't think he'll
Wictor
talk to
doesn't
us
care.
voluntarily.
And this is the combat. And it gets pretty interesting. So obviously you have to get the health points. We'll start the fight. But we're going to have a little buddy here help us here in a sec. Why you stab me? Okay, lets us anticipate the enemy's action, find out what they're planning. Let's see here. Let's go with this. Good old punch to the guts. Victor's been stabbed like twice in this match, I want to say. He's just gonna walk it off, throw some sand on it.
Serves the Ruskies right. They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
Okay, find the miracle worker.
Good boy.
All right, Victor. Rasputin.
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Efimovich Rasputin?
Rah, rah, Rasputin. That man definitely emanates the Riz.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time, and
you expected a thinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
yes, I've heard, especially in Petersburg.
Nice, Luke. It might be on sale now. I don't know. It's 11-bit Studios put their stuff on sale quite a bit. Hey, Casualties of
And
Gaming.
what do you believe in?
It's pretty good. It came out on PC a while ago. Like this year, but it's coming to console real soon, too. Happy Friday to you, man. We're just hanging out with Rasputin here. Say you believe... I want to see it for myself.
If you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a Thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
I'm from Warsaw,
So, from Russia.
Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one?
Oh yeah, we got Black Friday.
To us.
We do it the same time as the American one, even though it's nothing to do with our Thanksgiving.
Wictor Szulski.
How much is it on Steam? Let's
On my
see.
path, I've already come across.
Oh, I paused it. Let's try to see here. Yeah, it's 40% off right now. It's $26.99. Y'all probably can't see that, but I just brought... I'm sorry, it's probably cheaper than that in the States. It's $26.99 here. It's probably $19.99.
Those people who've lied to me about their problems and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After that,
Oh, hold on here. Just making sure we got everything. Yeah, just making sure we had everything set up.
and others arrived with pitchforks and torches. I had to endure insults and spit in my face or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen
Yeah!
in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove your
Good care. Like, I played a good chunk of it before,
to say.
but then just didn't finish it. But it was beefy. I do remember that. And pretty unique.
What would you like me to do, sir?
I've met a few of your kind. so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I would use to recognize the
Is
other
Victor gonna be like,
objects.
give me your underwear, Rasputin?
Smell this.
I hope not. That'd be weird. Okay, prayer beads. That's a little less intimate. Okay, so let's see. Draw a conclusion. He has a magnetic zeal and passion. He's a man with an attractive personality, strong and fierce, easy to follow. Oh yeah, historically, that was kind of his thing, wasn't it?
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
Observations, remember that. Perception, yep. In order to understand them, you have to develop these, you know, heart, deed, word, and mind. Traces.
Let's take a look around.
So, oh, what's this? Well, too low. Newspaper. I do like the little reward for exploration. Is that all I needed?
Careful you don't get achy feet. You're not too worn out. You look a little peaked.
Any moment now.
I figured I didn't have what I needed. Nothing in here. See, does it keep wanting me to go back to... No, it doesn't want me just to go back to him. It wants me to look around. Maybe it does. What do you got there, buddy?
Careful you don't get achy feet. You're
Nice,
not
just
too
bought.
worn
Hopefully
out.
get a new PC for Christmas so he can play. Nice.
I have a...
I definitely didn't find what he needed.
Who would have thought there
Oh,
was
there we go.
such layers of passion within him?
A prayer book. So with this piece of evidence, we'll draw a conclusion. The mask of a healer conceals an outstanding lover, irresistible to women's hearts and bodies. Perhaps this is one of his healing methods.
What have you learned, wizard?
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
Man, so many interesting games come out of Poland.
In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend. Have a seat. Tell me again. Why were you...
There is combat, I promise you.
I can't help but ask you about that young lady from Petersburg.
Careful. I'm starting to like you. But not enough to tell you about Petersburg. How do you think I might help you?
A few years ago, I
Trying to get the
attracted to
details
wild
from
salute, and that
Rasputin.
ended with me losing contact with my first salutor. That means I can't.
Salutors are like
ability.
Polish Pokemon.
I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind, I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
I've got money, if that's what matters.
Give it to the needy. Your
Aw.
riches mean nothing to me. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is...
My
something
prideful
that
answer didn't help me there.
Some I've helped, others I can't say. And I've never treated a thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe.
Pretty much, man.
Let me gaze into your mind.
Victor's like, I need to
Let
catch
me
them
see
all.
through your eyes. Let me.
Hey, Cod, the Thaumaturge. I played a bit earlier in the year, but I never really got back to it. It's another great 11-bit Studios game. It's a RPG. I just started the prologue. You're basically like a Polish wizard.
I need to get out of here.
I'm trying to, like, you basically grew up with one of your, I'll call them the Polish Pokemon. That's a Polish Pokemon. A little scarier than the regular ones. When you were a kid, you thought the entirety of Japan was no man's land because you thought there was an apocalypse caused by the Pokemon wreaking havoc?
Shackles?
Maybe in some areas, man. Some of those islands. Oh yeah, man, this is good, and this is coming to console soon. There's a demo out for it on consoles right now.
You're blind. You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
Dad?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
Yeah, Victor's a pretty cool character. That's one thing I took away from him before.
You, father.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind.
Frostpunk, nice. Yeah, Frostpunk 2 is pretty good. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving, man. Did ours last month. But now I want turkey, seeing like so many pictures of turkey and hearing people talking about it.
Do you hear me? Do you? Do you?
I can see, father. Clearly.
There's my Pokemon.
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort. You all right?
Nice, man. 1 is good.
Yes.
2's on. Is 2 on console or no? I know it's on PC Game
I
Pass.
wanted to sweep.
I'm just heading out. It's so good to see you again. And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a saluter, unbound by a pact. A wild one. And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
Oh, nice, nice.
To me?
I was praying.
I wanted to sweep.
Oh, just checking something there. Okay. And you got like super perception. Okay, we got multiple objectives. We can switch between them. A path is so mysterious. Okay. Let's find this. We'll read this. Because you get XP for everything you kind of grab, and there's so much lore. Again, it's taking place at right before World War I. I think the Russians are starting to come into Poland. I'm not super familiar with, like, World War I as much as 2. I mean, I'm familiar enough with it, but...
lifting a finger. Just Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with...
Yeah, except the combat, though, is turn-based, and it's, it gets satisfying because you can use your Pokemon, in your battles, and you can switch between them, and you can collect different ones through your playthrough, and they're used in specific situations. Like, enemies have certain strengths and such that the saluters, that's the actual name for them, will help you get. Where's this taking me? He wants to take me there. We'll go see Rasputin in the cemetery.
I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
Local
I've
cemetery.
only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse go.
Okay. That's basically saying I have to
I'll be right back.
do that first objective. Manipulate? Can I manipulate him? Here, we won't manipulate him, though. We'll go for this other objective. Find the person. Okay, it's something in here. I think so anyway. Talk to me. Maybe it's eluding me.
Am I?
Dead goose?
Over my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much. And he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away. You're attracting gawkers.
Not gawkers. A witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him too?
Is that what happened?
You strangled mine. And
Oh.
what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
He killed his goose because he thought he took some
Strangled
trinkets.
the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pen.
That's
Where's
fair.
the
Justice.
here?
I think he's getting justice. Draw a conclusion. Let's see. Seems like the neighbors quarreled over a goose strangled in active revenge. A classic of the genre.
Why don't you relax and listen to the words of a wise woman?
Well, all in all, I'm sorry, Bogdan.
It's a cool system.
Come inside and tell me what you're doing here.
The villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
I know it's not that.
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get...
I need clues. I need clues. See, none of those things I found. Ooh, I left anyway. But we're going to search around for some stuff and come back to her.
Am I sensed? I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. I'm telling you, go away, or I'll call for help. Help! Help! Somebody help me!
What are you doing here, you tramp?
I'm not looking for trouble. I just wanted to talk.
We'll talk, all right.
Uh-oh. Oh. You can improve with, like, upgrades. Nice. Can I do these ones? Restores your focus. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. Why not? Strong attack. Break down their focus. Okay. Makes sense. What do I want to do here? Oh yeah, because we got Ooper here. Oh, socked me in the face. Yeah. What's he at? 14? That should be the end of him. And you can bleed in this too. Oh, come on, Ooper. Get him. Get him. Oh, I thought that would be enough. Oh, I didn't have to use Ooper's attack. Let's see. The targets... Was this the more health, the higher the damage? Okay. And this one will actually give me hit points back. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Cyborg Punk, whether it's through here or a video. I thought this one gave me stuff back. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you see that cross in the bottom left with the 2 on it? That means I'm bleeding like 2 times. Yeah, I know. I'd like to see more CM Punk. I wonder if that's going to break down at all. Get him! Yeah! But yeah, I'm pumped. That's my plan for tomorrow. Some Survivor Series. War Games!
You could say that, sure.
Yeah, those villagers are mad. Nice boots, warm coat.
You will be mine, secret.
Wait, can I do... Can I adjust them here? See, you can adjust them before battle. Maybe these are only battle relevant? Hello, chickens. Yeah, I want to see more Punk. I'm trying to figure out what they're going to do for this WrestleMania. Is it going to be predictable? Like, predictable would be like... Cody, Rock, Roman, triple threat, I think. But how does CM Punk work into this? I mean, we still don't have the... we haven't really had the proper Seth Punk feud yet. Fine things. Maybe she knows more now. Let's see.
You've been going in.
Okay, something eludes me.
Well then, I hope you'll
I do remember this being a lot more searching than the rest of the game. Maybe it's just trying to condition you in the prologue a bit. Do y'all have anything over there? Checked here. Knocking didn't do much, did it? Okay. Well, at least you didn't call some ruffians to come whoop me. No, I didn't want to do that again. See, he keeps leading me back here with this quest in particular. Unless I'm misreading it. There's a... No, I know it's not in the tavern. Come on, Thaumaturge. Find the person at the Wild Saluter. So it's probably her. I think it is. But I gotta find a way out. I'm gonna use my one talking option with this lady.
You've been going in.
A lot of people benefit from your wisdom. They're superstitious and timid, as far as I've been able to figure out. Easy to control, right?
Pot calling.
That's...
That, my boy, that you can ask that charlatan with fancy dress and beard. Who takes advantage of who here? Bah, the people.
Do you mean Rasputin?
He didn't bring that evil spirit here. He draws on the spirit because he got folk to heal. But it's not him who brought it. I heard it howling. That's nothing human. One evil spirit here persecutes people, and you can hear it now and then, sometimes. Tragedies attract it, and impure thoughts.
Who's gonna win the Royal Rumble this year, Luke?
Call it a Bukovac.
There is a betting favorite at this point.
Call it other things.
And it's John Cena!
An evil spirit.
That would be wild.
It torments people and turns their weaknesses against them.
And what if I told you I could get rid of it?
Man, I'm not ready for next year.
I believe it when I see it.
The John Cena retirement tour is gonna be emotional. I don't even care.
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive.
He's meant a lot to a lot of people. And that's cool. That's real cool. James Ellsworth or Eugene. Imagine Eugene comes back. Maven. Maven comes back. His YouTube channel is so good. It's probably the best wrestler-led YouTube channel of all time now. I think. Like, makes super interesting videos. Can I go to the cemetery? Can I manipulate you? No. I'm going to the cemetery. Hell with y'all. No. Hey guys, this is Maven here. And I want to talk to you about the time that I got arrested. He's a good dude. I don't know if he's a good dude. I like his videos a lot, but he seems like a interesting, thoughtful guy. Has a lot of real cool insights. Yeah. I don't think Maven had any, like... I'm not going to dig on him. But he was lower mid-card for most of his run. His biggest moment, though, was that... You may have seen the Royal Rumble clip. Where he drop-kicked The Undertaker out. I agree. Did you see his recent video where he's like, I'm not going to get hired by WWE, but then he pulls into the Performance Center? Like, his video is like, they said an adamant no. They showed, like, no interest to this person that brought it up. Hey, there we go. Shaft. The Shaft. The betrays of love. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to go there again. But I did find something else. Yeah, you gotta get close to stuff. Here we go. Domestic squabbles. Or do I go back to the lady now? Hey guys, this is Maven.
You've been going in so many circles, your head will spin.
Oh yeah, Russell for only 5 years, a lot of pain. Don't know how guys like Orton are still going. Yeah.
Well then, I hope you'll...
Well, everyone's body's gonna react differently to it. Needs a few injections of stem cells, yeah. That's what Big E's doing, man. What if Big E comes back on Monday? It just feels weird that they do a 10-year celebration around the time that he might be back. I will cry like a baby if... I mean, he's going to be there on Monday, but if he, like, announces himself for the Royal Rumble or something. That man was done kind of, like... I was so happy to see him get his championship run. And then Brock Lesnar came, as he usually does. I've seen, like, compilation videos of Brock Lesnar, like, defeating black champions. I know he's defeated lots of people, don't get me wrong. But I still feel like the Kofi thing was dirty. Like, there was no need to have Kofi lose in 19 seconds. Like, it was almost made a joke of his reign, in my opinion. Like, it shot that credibility down way too far. Okay, I need one clue. I think. It's that person I know, but I just need one more thing. Totally, they're stale. Absolutely. Like, individually, like, I'm big fans of them. I've always liked Big E. I mean, I'm excited that they're going to get to go to the Hall of Fame at some point. But yeah. It doesn't feel like a stable, you know, with just the two of them. It just feels like a boring tag team. Is there something else I'm missing here? So I've got 3. Word. Oh shit, I forgot it shows up on the mini-map too. Hello, Goose. I feel like I remember something being here. Make Kofi Jamaican again. Aren't you supposed to be Jamaican? Do you ever hear of a wrestler? This is way old, probably before your time. Akeem the African Dream. He was like one-man gang, and one of the most something you wouldn't see on TV today. He was a big like round wrestler called the one-man gang, and then his manager Slick took him to like Harlem, and there was this crazy like ceremony, and he suddenly came out as Akeem the African Dream, and started to try and talk like a black dude, and it was so awkward, man. Old 80s WWE racist wrestling makes your jaw kind of drop. Like, holy shit, they did that? Not saying didn't laugh at the time. Oh my god, Thaumaturge. Ma'am, I've had enough of this. No, there's one clue I'm missing. Like, and I can't do anything with that. Ah. Because I think she's the person with the flaw. Can I talk to people? Do I need to talk to anyone? God bless you. Y'all know anything? You know anything? Then there's my dude. Hey! A shovel. Okay, that's what we had to do.
I'm not going anywhere.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place is.
Oh, dude, it's wild.
And I meant to take the horse out for a ride.
He was in a tag team with the big boss man. They were called the Twin Towers. With feuds with the Rockers. Yeah, we'll do this. You know, this is probably what it was. You had to go here first.
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasili's soul.
I think War Games is in Canada this year.
He was the elder here.
BC, I think?
Curse this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see, to them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasili's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other.
Oh, speaking of monsters, I finished up season 3 of From. Best scary show on TV. So good.
As you were healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a salutor. That's what might be influencing the villagers in Wailing at night.
They're good people, but none too bright, Wictor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a book of hatch.
Does the creature hunting you rattle chains?
Yo, Ghost Killer.
Have a mouth
How you doing, man?
Fangs.
A book of hatch.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you. Let's allow Vasili's soul to rest for today. Amen.
Where are we going, Rasputin? Okay, burned homestead. Oh, we're doing good, man. We're doing good. I think the wife is either in bed or going to bed soon. She has to work tomorrow. Not my unemployed self right now. But things are looking good. I had a company reach out to me like it's temporary stuff, but it pays like crazy. And I'll take that trade off. But it's been annoying because I had like they contacted me, told me they wanted to do an interview.
Time doesn't matter much here.
Yes, or sorry, 2 days ago for the role. I'm like, yeah, okay. And they're like, we'll call you today. And they're like, yeah, let's do it Friday. I did it today. The hiring manager couldn't do it after I was there for 15 minutes, so they're gonna rebook it for next week.
I thought I could be helpful to you,
but it's a good start.
I don't really understand what
It's a good start.
Above all, flaws are deeply hidden marks left in human souls.
Aw, miss you in Helldivers too, man. I've got a like 2 terabyte SSD I've got to hook up into this. To give myself some more space because I currently only have like a gig. Maybe even 500 gigs. Or sorry, a terabyte or maybe even 500 gigs.
The wise woman and the other old crones tell the locals.
But it's like I'm always deleting and moving stuff along. Nice, you passed me. Well done, man. Enjoying that DSS? Is that what it is? The space station that like does shit?
Flaws inside someone, bring them to the surface and adopt them to lure the salutor. Those are the moments when I've usually failed. I haven't been able to hold on to a salutor.
Gotta catch 'em all, Victor.
I didn't know how to bind one.
Nice.
What about you? Do you have a flaw?
Why not?
Flaw of pride.
I wouldn't have guessed.
Yes, you would have.
Thanks to your help, I can once again discover people's flaws and the salutors hiding behind them. And I think I'm now.
Victor's like, I can now judge people.
I need to look around this place a little more.
I won't.
Well, that's good, Rasputin. Don't stop me.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery. A horrible death.
Spread democracy, liberty, Super Earth. Yeah, it'd be cool if we could like fight on Super Earth. There has been stuff leaked though of buildings and like biomes for Super Earth, but maybe that's way down the road. Maybe it was just an idea. Who knows? Love Helldivers. I wish the pace of it was just a little quicker. We're what? 6, 8 months, 9 months, something like that since it came out. And although there has been a number of improvements, the story, like the Galactic War, just feels like it's moved so slowly. Doesn't take away from how fun the game is. I just want to see the Illuminate.
When the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime.
Yeah, it should probably win some of them.
The murder gave birth to the flaw that you attached to, didn't it?
You nasty, nasty saluter.
Down the murderer. I know who owns this doll. Maybe I should give them back to her. She ought to know more about what happened here.
Ah. She's stressed.
Wictor! I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
Why the hurry, Father? We're the Tsar's men. How about the donation for the Tsar's army?
There are no Russian outposts here.
I think this is the guy with the nice boots.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
Oh, I don't need to get too prideful
There
here.
must have been someone who looked like me.
Точно он.
Doesn't matter. At worst, we'll get the boots off your corpse.
There's somewhere else you have to get my boot out of.
Oh, we can improve it. What do we got here for mine? Dimension Force. Why not? Start the fight. Okay. Okay, these guys have weapons, so I want to go for this guy first. Hold on. Well, one of these two. The guy with the knife. Hey, you're going to visit Canada? Nice, man. Fincher's been punched, stabbed, beaten with a club. The one that gives me health. Inflicts damage. Restores your health by 5, which is half. Which. Ugh! Oh no, I didn't want Ooper's action canceled. Oh, no passport expired last year. Yeah, mine too, actually. Yeah, I need the health. Hey, Onifits. Happy St. Andrew's Day to everyone from Scotland or Romania, or of Scottish or Romanian descent. Hey, that's cool. How you doing, man? I meant to do it to the other guy. Okay, let's do it to him now, though. You can make a new passport. Don't be doing that, man. That's illegal, isn't it? Just gotta print her off. What has he got left? You get your hit points back, which is cool. Like after every fight, they regenerate.
You're right, sir.
Me? Yes, but can these salutors also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're right, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head back. I have to visit someone in the village who can tell me more about what happened here.
Now let's go to see the lady whose door was shut. And we're just in the prologue right now. But yeah, you can play the demo on console right now. Yeah, I think it came on PC in like February. Yeah, 11-Bit Studios have had a good year. They've done this. They've had The Invincible, which I enjoyed. The Altars I wish was coming out this year, but it's coming out next year.
Both left traces of themselves at the facilities burned out.
Indica.
doubt her strongly enough to kill for her. You're right. It'd be better to ask Vesna about that.
She's gonna be like,
wanted to
go
talk.
away!
Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite.
Please open the door. I'd like to have a chat about your husband.
He'd better not be here when he gets back. He's not as talkative or polite as I am.
She's threatening me with her husband. Let's see. See her as a sullen churl and a recluse. However, he seems to have a soft spot. Luke was at the city's house tonight. The murder. Okay.
I know you're scared, but please just open the door a crack and let me ask one quick question.
What do you want?
Calm her down and make her feel safe. Let's do that.
Please don't be afraid. I just need to know where I can find your husband.
He's chopping wood in the clearing by the forest.
You don't like turn-based combat? You like action combat? Totally. I like action combat, but I do like turn-based from time to time. Like, I like Baldur's Gate turn-based battles, and I like these ones too. But I'm not a big fan of like JRPG turn-based battles. Okay, where we gotta go? The forest clearing?
Again.
That's a weird looking horse.
This time it's a matter of life and death.
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Bukavach.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Luca. It has to be Luca.
Do you still want to catch that Salutor?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you're...
These two cool bros.
I give my word.
Yeah, Knights of the Republic remake. Is that even still happening? Or was it canceled? I'm not sure. Because I did hear stuff about it, like, that it wasn't going great or something. I'd have to take a look, though.
I'm not here to fight.
Luca!
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
Why did you do this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one who brought the Salutor here. The spirit that you all say arrived in the village after Vasily's death.
Oh, right on. I'm glad it's not canceled.
Salutor is what's making fear consume you all and making you hot-headed. And it's because of your flaw, which has been within you since the murder took place.
A murder might just be about to take place.
Back on the streets, they call him murder.
Tear off his head before he opens his mouth again.
Unless you're the one that killed him.
And I'd do it again if I could. Get out of here.
Don't mess with my Polish wizard.
Vesna's flaw is mine, and you're mine.
Oh, we got difficulty level. Story. Don't even care. Don't like the combat, like checkers. See, I like the strategy and such. What do we got here? Plant attack. The more health points, the higher the damage. Okay. Okay, state's a suffering state. But I can remove that, I think. Can't I? No, I meant to do it to myself. Okay, cool. It did it. Okay, we'll go. Slice him up. Nice. 2 of them. I need to get this focus off. Let's do a plant attack. He's scared. We'll go for... yeah, a little bloody penance. That should end him. Yeah. Oh yeah, we start getting our health here. Oh, new Warhammer game. I still haven't played Space Marine. I don't know much about like Warhammer and such. Can I get some of them health points back? A new flaw, vehemence.
You lose. You're going crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
Hey, Goro, how you doing? Ghost Killer says Warhammer 40k Space Marine, third person, 40k Dark Tides first person. Okay. So I get the D Dimension Salutor, but I can't tame him on my own. Don't tame Salutor, won't. Okay. Rasputin soothed his anger. That was cool of him. Thanks, buddy. I know, right? My big grift.
How do you feel? Are you alright?
Well,
oh man, people are crazy. People are crazy.
I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so...
People are really upset about calling out Mr. Grums and his crowdfunding stuff.
Telling the truth. I do it
Hey, it tells me it's working.
You understand anything? It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
Oh yeah, man. People have been saying horrible fucking things though, dude. Like, just like stuff you wouldn't expect that someone could. 100%. Stuff you wouldn't even expect people would say. But it's the internet.
I can do it now.
Like, I was called divorced? I'm like, what? I've been happily married for like 9 years.
Go. You don't need to see this.
A stepdad? No kids. Witcher game, multiplayer coming out. 2026 would be nice, but man, Cyberpunk was so good. But please, I hope to God they take their time with the next one. Hey, I appreciate that, man. It's been a lot of work, and I'm working on like a follow-up video 3 months later because I find it interesting. I don't like Grums, and it's a bonus. Maybe that's some extra motivation to dig in. But it's just fascinating, nonetheless. I wonder where it's all gonna land. I don't know, but man, it's crazy and shady as hell. Like, there's no way to look at that and be like, oh, that's perfectly normal.
Nothing has to be decided at the moment. Certainly not things that can't be undone.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, it is. It's like blind fandom.
There's enough blood in this village already.
It's like when people make their one personality trait. And I get how it might come across on X, right? You don't get a good 360 people. You know.
If that's the case,
a lot of my tweets are like, you know, look what Grums did, look what Grums did, because it's just so much and so easy to point out. And really, most of my stuff's aligned with the game, but some other commentary on pieces. Oh yeah, 100% Goro. He reached out to me shortly after that first video, and I talked to him for a good hour or so. It's tough for me to criticize someone that does a great job. He's a pretty successful YouTuber. He said the message he wanted to say. I think it would have been a lot more resonating if he wasn't drawing the comparisons, because his comparisons were 100% valid. But it's almost like that message got lost on people. It's like they only want to hear one thing. I mean, he was comparing the crowdfunding scandal to, I don't even know her name, someone that Gamergate hated. Oh, the puddles work. That's kind of cool. And that's all people saw, which is sad. But he did shut that shit down in the comments. I like the dude. I never really watched his videos much before. But I had a great chat with him.
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid that's an ocean away. And even to the ocean, you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't
And
get my bearings.
I believe I have a chat from him being like, was there anything I said was untrue? He's like, no, everything was true. But the thing is, Grums tries to conflate all this other stuff that isn't true, like breast milk and shit like that. Yeah, it's a bad, like, people can have different opinions. The thing is, does that kind of anti-woke movement need a face? Is Grums the best face for that, or the best representation? I just don't know how, how credible he is even without that.
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
It's annoying though, because it's made the crowdfunding scene tougher for other folks. Like, example, Nexus Drop is like another, competitor. Firefall doesn't want to do crowdfunding until much later because there's so many scams out there, they said. And one of the responses was like, yeah, the only ones I've gotten scammed from was Ember and some other game. So it was kind of telling in the comments. Oh, 100%. Like, I'm also disappointed that there's been nothing written on it. Like, it's not like, not from a credit standpoint or anything like that. I don't give a shit about that. But I was hoping someone would have some news outlet would be like, hey, this is interesting. That's why I appreciated Upper Echelon kind of reaching out to it.
Like to share my fear.
Exactly, man. Team sports politics. It's almost like console war stuff. It's another thing that are caught up on one side or the other. Like, I've got my own values. Like, realistically, my values are probably a bit more progressive than conservative. I don't know if that translates to, you know, far left, extreme left, or anything like that. I don't really think it does. But people are complex. Their views are always changing. And you're always going to be tolerant and at least listen to kind of understand where people are coming from.
Fine, thank you.
Don't talk if you don't want to. What do you intend to do now?
Like, it's tough for me because not tough for me, but it's used as an attack mechanism. In my videos, I mention nothing about politics or ideology, really. I don't believe so. But I'm a human being. I got my own thoughts and shit.
I have to bury my father in Warsaw.
Yeah, team sports. And that's funny that you mentioned that, Goro. In my conversation with Abrakalon, that's the same term that he used.
I had a little time
And I think that's one of the, like, you know, it kind of stood out in my memory after that.
Have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
I haven't.
I have. The skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running
Like,
with blood.
if I have to look at the extreme left and the extreme right,
with faceless beings emerging from it.
I think the extreme left
This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it.
overestimates
Thanks to you,
the misreads the market so much in understanding kind of like who the people that spend a lot of money on games are sometimes, because there's going to be uphill battles for games like, you know, a game like Dragon's Age. I've never played a Dragon's Age game. It didn't look super appealing for me, but I'm glad people enjoyed it. And a game like that should be able to exist, in my opinion. But, you know, if you look at the other side, you know, some people might get frustrated because they felt their series was going in a different way. I don't know if that's the case because I've never played one before. And then you have the kind of the hard right that both sides want to try to tell a story that fits a narrative, it seems, like on the extreme level versus good nuanced conversation. I think when anything gets extreme, it just gets fucking wild, man. But shit, some of the stuff is funny. Some of the stuff is funny. And people are complex, man. Views change. They evolve a bit. I don't know if it changed as much as Andy Pants has changed. Maybe they do. I don't know. But yeah, I'm getting caught up being like, you know, super leftist. That I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, like, that's what I mean about the overestimation of audiences. Like, my wife loves it. Like,
it's clouding over.
She had a great time with it.
The weather is like my room.
But it doesn't mean everyone's got it right.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
Yeah, exactly. I like Sid. Nothing wrong with him at all. Like, he's, you know, when people on that kind of, I don't know if I want to say far right, but kind of on that culture war side of things, this is a pretty apolitical thing. Some of them will go after it. Some of them won't, though. And some people are so nervous to even talk about it. Like in a video, they think it's going to just get mobbed and things like that. But if you present facts, it doesn't really. Sure, on X a little bit. Like recently, I've had crazies coming after me.
The only person I consider close is my sister, but Varsovians?
Yeah, it's like... I think Outlaws at this point was under expectations, but...
Workers are striking.
Games are out for a long time. When Outlaws came out, my first thoughts on this is going to age real well because it's a big game. I'll say after playing it, like, I beat it. I love the game. I didn't love the story. Like, you know, I started a second game, and after I went to replay it, when I say I didn't like the story, the overarching main story, the ending felt very predictable, I guess. But the gameplay, I thought was solid. Like, the best part about it was just existing in the Star Wars world, doing side quests. I had a lot of fun with it. I want to check out the DLC at some point. That was the only part I didn't like. It sounds like it should be a big part, but it didn't really impact so much. It was just at the end where I was like, oh, this is kind of the thing.
My powers, I can tell that hope is bringing.
That said, the DLC story might be fun. They put a lot of love in that game, and it's a shame that it got overshadowed by a couple poor design choices that, you know, they've updated since then. Like, they did a huge update around, like, the Force Stealth.
There's a terrified woman riding with us. She's either running away or in hiding. I think that gentleman is smuggling something, because excitement is all mixed up.
But the games will continue to sell. They'll continue to make money. I think it's, and I might be wrong, I think it's probably a bigger difference than the movie industry, but maybe not. Like, movies come out, you know, they're in the theater, they drop out of the theater. There's income from maybe purchases and things like that. But I don't know. I'm curious how, just kind of thinking of the parallels between movie releases and game releases, and what that kind of, on like a chart, if you think of a chart of what those sales kind of look like over 3 months and 6 months and 9 months and 12 months and those type of things. Yeah. Yeah, I get that, Luke. Yeah, I can see it with that. Like, it's almost like a thin line. It's like a creative property that, you know, people make. They want to put some of themselves into it, but it's like balancing that against the impact and the experience of others.
When people unite, empires fall.
And I have no parallels, though, between that and the previous ones, though. I do know that. Like, was it similar in the previous ones at all? Or was it, like, a drastic change? It's weird, I've never played it. Same with Half-Life 2. I just downloaded that recently because it was free. Oh. My father's funeral. Let's get back to the platform. We don't need to be at the station. Or do we?
Why such a crowd?
The circus has come to town.
The circus?
These are troubled times. Brothers turn against brothers. Russia has had enough bloodshed.
I'm pumped, man, for Indiana Jones. I'm trying to see. I've got like some Xbox points saved up. I might get the what do you call it? The exclusive edition, whatever it is. It's half expensive though. It's like $46 here.
Thus, by my grace, I hereby appoint as Governor General of Warsaw.
But it does give you early access plus the DLC.
Georgi Antonovich Skowon.
A butcher.
She's a lesbian. I thought I had found the one. That's a good Weezer song.
Not a popular guy, I presume.
I see you ain't from here. That swine keeps a photo album of all the folks he's had shot at the Citadel.
She's supposed to be American?
Before and after execution.
Warsaw! The time for leniency and indulgence is over. From the moment this office is bestowed on me, no forces hostile to the subjects of Greater Russia will have any further right to exist. None! Whether it be brutal
Oh shit,
socialist
the Russians.
supremacists, communists, Jews, or other satanic provocators.
You're well past your Weezer face Pinkerton, man. That's such a great album. One of the best. El Scorcho!
Yes, I feel Polish. My name's Wictor.
I mean, my Weezer phase is 2 albums. The Blue Album and Pinkerton. Everything else is pretty off to me. Although Hash Pipe's a pretty good tune. Can't fuck my boys are all out of control. Know that you don't care because I like you to know. Yeah. I love El Scorcho, dude. Me too. I would listen to that so much. Goddamn, you have Japanese girls. You do it to me every time. All the redheads say. I don't remember all the words to it.
Now they're the first ones in the
Do
fight.
won't thought won't look won't think of me. I'm the epitome of public enemy. Why'd you go and do me like this? Come down the street and dance with me.
What happened?
That song's so good, especially when it picks up. I gotta talk about it, gotta sing about it to get my record heard.
That seems more like a job for the servants, young lady.
I think it's ass wipe, isn't it? Maybe not. You got your ass wipe. I got my hash pipe.
The Russians can't find out about this. The military is just looking for an excuse to suppress the crowd, and these workers are dreaming of thrashing a Russian gendarme.
Either one of you confesses to disturbing the peace, or всех забирай. We'll take you all in.
You can't handle all of us.
Can you get us out of here?
I think I'm open to any kind of suggestion.
Is it ass wide? Is it really? I got my ass wide.
Or I take on that.
It's not Big Jeans? Is it Big Cheese? Oh shit.
Interesting strategy.
Big Cheese. I got my hash pipe. Boom, 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 boom.
Who are you, really?
A damsel in distress.
Those don't usually hide ammunition in their stockings.
Can I explain it to you another time?
I'm going to take a look around.
Hello, worker leader.
Do you think it's a good idea to start?
Oh, they have it? I didn't know that. I mean, I've never tried to look for them,
What
but...
do you want then? My whole life on my knees? Kissing Ruski's ass?
Do you realize blood is about to be spilled? And that it might be mine?
Fuck off.
you could think a little faster?
For some reason, I'm thinking of Space Hog now. In the meantime, that's a great old song.
For instance, I could disclose to a soldier that you came here with ammunition under your skirt.
Maybe we should see who they believe. A respected lady of Warsaw, or a common magician who just 100 years ago would have been burned at the stake.
Well, since you
Second ever concert was Weezer and the Pixies. Nice, nice. I've never, I haven't seen Weezer. Man, I've been to a lot of concerts, though. Pearl Jam, Stone Temple Pilots. I was so happy I got to see Stone Temple Pilots with Scott Weiland. I say I've been to a lot of concerts of like Canadian bands, like the Tragically Hip, Canada's biggest band that never got real big in the States.
I'm going to take a look around.
Dune Awakening. I've never watched any Dune media. I should.
Pardon me, gentlemen.
Alanis Morissette.
Cloud has received the order. For now, zero response.
Collective Soul.
We'll give them a moment to arrest them all, book them, interrogate them. Господи will be home in November.
Offspring a couple times.
Gentlemen, please forgive me. Maybe there's a faster way to get this situation resolved.
A lot of punk shows.
Back off.
Propagandy. I get to see Propagandy. They were probably my favorite punk show live.
Scrum. Давай.
Went from Katy Perry to Imagine Dragons to Allison James and Tool. Those would be some cool mashup. Tool's great though, man. Enema, such a great album. Also on HBO Max. I gotta figure out what that is in Canada. I think it's called Crave here. Oh, I wouldn't want it any other way. Bow, 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 bow. Stinkfist, that's good too.
Sergeant,
Yes.
will you let me go if I show you somebody smuggling contraband?
Modumayan, we'll think about it. What are they sneaking in?
Ammunition. I suspect to use on Russian soldiers. She's that attractive but impudent lady.
Spasibo.
My favorite band though, Theory of a Nickel Creed. They're amazing. When Alice Jane did the first show after Lane Staley passed away for charity, Maynard James Keenan. Oh, Decent Man in the Box and Them Bones? Nice. I love his voice, man, so much. Do you really? I didn't know that. I don't even know if didn't even know if Tool's even still together, are they? I haven't really looked up anything from them in a while. It might be, man. He never made it as Wise Man with Arms Wide Open in Santa Monica. Santa Monica? Is that Theory of a Dead Man? I think. I remember the day I went to Santa Monica. It took them 14 years to release a shitty album. Ugh.
Excuse me, what's going on here?
They're burying Satan in sacred ground.
Some of those assembled believe it to be sacrilege. Konstancja Szabłowska, the Warsaw Courier. What is your opinion, considering the book at your side?
It's funny that this is not that long after, like, Red Dead Redemption 2's times.
I'm asking you kindly get out of my way before things get nasty.
Get that heretic with fire and sword.
6 songs that suck compared to the rest of the music? See, I didn't even know it existed. I've got another dude. I've got this guy. Okay. I got it. Look at this big dude here. Helldivers the Terminator would be awesome. 10 minutes? Although I think one of my favorite songs of all time is 18 minutes. Yeah, The Decline is like one of my faves. Does he have one that gives health back? We'll do this here. You scared? Okay, I need Ooper. Okay, so restored health. Oh shit, I didn't want to kill him. I want my health back. Oh, that's a shame, man. I probably won't listen to it. I don't want my nice memories of Tool to be hurt. I was throwing some Nickelback and let the good times roll. Just kidding. Enemies gonna have traits. Okay. Disabling them. Attack with Ooper to disable, okay. Yeah, your trait's been disabled, son. Take that Thaumaturge juice. Whatever that is. That looks like Hosea. Oh, it's pretentious? Oh, okay. Fear, Inoculum, and Descending are great songs, but they're not 14 years great. Yeah. What did they do, though, during that time? Did they tour or anything? Or probably just did their own side stuff. I mean, they were banned for a long time.
Spectacular. You with a scowl and a puffed out chest, and then dropping my
Another great band, but they never get the love because, well, R.I.P. Shannon Hoon, Blind Melon. Two really interesting albums.
But I'm already late.
Well, 3, I guess. With one that's released, like, after he passed away. That dude had such a unique voice and such great songwriting. Like, although the band was good, even him with just an acoustic guitar was like... I'll say it, Kurt Cobain levels of good. I don't care. It was real good. I like what they did with the water in this. I mean, it's minor details. Maynard doesn't start finishing writing lyrics till the other members finish their music. Okay. Let's go see Dad.
sure you don't remember me. My name's Hayat, Mordecai Hayat. I wanted to offer my condolences.
Thank you.
Please, forgive my pride.
He had 2 other bands, but all he does is write the lyrics? Okay.
How did he pass away? Was that his cause of death? His heart?
We've ruled out any coronary causes since the doctors couldn't confirm whether the deceased had a
Victor's
heart.
such a jerk. When I'm Victor, he is.
I understand. My condolences, once again. I'll leave you alone. I'm sure you want to bid farewell to your father.
That's crazy. 14 years. A family mausoleum.
I knew you'd turn up.
I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Stasha loved you in his own way. You look well. Lygia said you found some quack healer.
Yes,
He's looking better than he did at the start.
You don't recognize me, do you? But do you remember who taught you how to shoot starlings?
Uncle Varonian, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I probably wouldn't recognize myself anymore. Go look in on your sister. She's worried. We'll talk at home.
Sister?
Lygia!
I'm so glad you came. I wasn't sure if my telegram had reached you.
I'm glad too. How are you holding up?
Jerry Cantrell is a really good guitarist.
Caught me off guard, but for now,
For a live guitarist right now, you could be right.
Have you written to Mother?
Oh, but for all time.
Yes, but what can you expect?
I'd have to do some comparisons against him. Love Jimmy Page.
To show up for family events like this.
Hendrix is real good
It's getting
too.
late, and we've still got the reading of Papa's
Who
will ahead
else?
of us at home.
People would argue that Clapton was a really good guitarist.
I suppose you've got your
I mean,
own
he's
first
very good. Do I think he's in the best of all time? I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, there's no way you can escape to now, is there, Father?
I didn't mean to interrupt. May I take a moment of your time?
Let's see. He interrupted my personal reflection. You met him twice, and you're going to meet him again on the 2025 tour? Just released a new album that kicks ass? Nice.
You might say I knew everything about your father. Mr. Wictor Szulski, isn't it?
I know without even knowing much of, like, focusing on his guitar, he's really good, though, because I've heard him in those conversations around it.
With all due respect, this is my personal business. It was my father who knew you, not me.
Greatest guitarist of all time, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
meant no harm.
Rick Derringer, writer of Real American. Or the one that wrote the WCW Hulk Hogan theme. He got the red, white, and blue running through his veins.
My name's Kanichkin. Ivan Kanichkin.
He was born and raised in the US of A. He's government inspected. I'm like that with wrestling, man. I've got an unreasonable amount of wrestling knowledge. How many War Games matches are there? But it's fine, I have an unreasonable amount of wrestling knowledge. Then I'm like, how many War Games matches are there? Is there just 2? I saw Nakamura's back, and he's looking cool as ever. Jeez, she died 9 years before the Blackwater Massacre. She never would have known. Blackwater. Is that song by the Doobie Brothers? No, Backwater.
The scattering I could handle.
You can play the clown.
No, I can't either,
How much
but
it has cost you. I'm glad you went.
I guess I've just watched so much online and so much growing up.
Love at a funeral. Eros postmortem.
Like, consumed it all obsessively. Like, when I was a little kid,
Fraternize with bachelors?
and I go to my dad's on the weekend. My mom actually had to tell my dad not to let me watch wrestling because I was obsessed. Like, obsessed.
Thank you. And you, sir?
I suggest you leave. Otherwise, I'll overlook your womanhood and make sure you can never pronounce a single
I love
syllable
just being like evil Victor.
You'd permit that to happen, Judge? Maybe I should write about this.
And who would let you print it?
Someday the press
I
will
think
Russian
wrestling is coming in for the biggest boom that's had in a long time. Like, I think the Netflix thing will change it a lot.
Come on, children. I'm sure my Pietia
I
is
wish I could
already
enjoy
waiting for us
AEW.
at
I
home.
wish I could.
I'd love to see my cousin.
Are you coming with us?
Yes.
Thanks.
Get in. I'm sure the lawyer is already waiting for us.
Yeah, I don't really... Funny enough, I don't really watch the weekly shows either. I guess it's more historical wrestling knowledge. I'm excited for Total Divas is coming back, though, and that show's hilarious. John Cena was a hilarious heel in Total Divas. I remember that clip where Nikki was, like, trying to cook for him. And he's like, what? Don't spill water on my floors. The Schultzke residence.
Your guests have arrived. The lawyer's upstairs too, waiting. A trifle jittery. Wonder if the tea I made him was too strong.
Thank you, Grażyna.
Most obscure
Let the
wrestling
guests
fact I
wait.
know.
First, I want to take care of the will.
I'll just wet my whistle and join you all upstairs.
Let me see.
Make sure Uncle makes it upstairs sober.
Obscure
And I
wrestling
suggest
fact.
You don't dawdle either.
Master
Now I'm
Wictor,
thinking.
Good God! Half your face covered, but I could tell right away it was you. You look just like your father in his youth. Completely his spitting image. Should I make you some cocoa, Master?
I can't think of a
It
good
would
obscure
warm
one,
you up a
but I
little.
have a weird story. An indie show, Michael Elgin was there, and it was shortly after, I think, he wasn't allowed to wrestle in Ring of Honor because of some baseball commitment or something like that. No, I can't even remember the story right. I said something to him, though, and he got mad. Like, I'm like, I like baseball. It's recorded somewhere online. And he just kind of stopped and got mad. That's not a fact, though. What's a good fact? Here's a weird fact. My dad's family is Arabic. And, you know, they're from Lebanon. And when I was a kid, Sergeant Slaughter and Hulk Hogan had a feud. And Sergeant Slaughter was, like, on this Iraqi side. And my grandparents were so confused why he was the heel. They're like, he's the good guy. He's stopping Kuwait from taking their oil. Shit was wild.
Make an extra creamy one for Ligia.
Oh, I won't skimp on her. Now, your sister's putting a brave face on all this.
But
she's
facts.
really having a hard
I mean, I know Ric Flair is a 16-time world champion. I think. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's enough jabber for now. I've got the guests and the cocoa, and I've got to whip up some food for you all later.
It was very confusing because my granddad loved wrestling. Oh, shit's funny. They're like, Saddam's not that bad. Mr. Wictor, over here.
I am ready, Mr. Shulsky. I only need all of you to be present. Can we start reading your father's will?
Yes, let his will be done. Again.
Yeah, I don't have any good facts or numbers.
If everyone is ready, would you all please take a seat? Ladies and gentlemen, by
Virgil lost a lot of matches. I know that.
By the grace of His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor of all Russia, I hereby testify.
Je suis désolé.
Chavo Guerrero's seen some shit. If I'm not mistaken, Chavo Guerrero found Eddie Guerrero.
Didn't manage to.
He
don't pay them
was like texting back and forth with Chris Benoit after all that stuff. I miss Chavo.
Several years ago in the presence of Zaslav Fedorov, Esquire, that is myself. My last will and
Rustler.
testament.
Not really a fact, but subjective. The best promo I think of all time that I've seen is Eddie Guerrero's promo with Brock Lesnar.
Amen.
Where Brock is calling him out on addiction, and Eddie's promo about that is like brings tears to your eyes, man.
Excuse me, but could we get to the details?
Wictor.
Best match of all time by the McDizzle star system.
In theory.
Would you be so kind?
Of all time.
Of course. Here we are.
It depends how you're measuring it.
And immovables relating to the family enterprise.
Like for a long time, my favorite match of all time was WrestleMania 18, Hogan versus Rock. It's not like it was a tactical masterpiece, but effective storytelling with a crowd that's on fire creates some pretty cool moments.
Brother-in-law and oldest friend Alexander Voronin.
My best tactical match, WrestleMania 3, Ricky Steamboat versus Randy Savage.
My collection of muskets and 2 revolvers, dating to the uprising in memory of our first meeting.
Although probably the best main event I've seen was the most recent WrestleMania main event. It was like well produced and an interesting way to make the main event like a really fleshed out story that stood alone versus just a really good match.
I wish you success with your business. And
like
your
from,
I'm going to have
the Bloodline run-ins to the Cena run-ins to like the Cena and Rock showdown where John Cena just gets flattened by him. And all the memes we got of The Rock slapping his forearm, just being like,
come to the aid of my only son,
hilarious.
Shulsky, by entrusting him with the use of my personal black grimoire, in the hope that he will be able to make good use of it. This is my last will and testament. Carry it out solemnly, though you may have found it burdensome. However, this last bequest poses a certain problem.
My dad left me a black book.
And what is that, may I ask?
I am not in possession of this grimoire. The late Mr. Shulsky used it up until his death, yet no one left it with me after his passing.
Meaning it's disappeared?
Oh, Jesus, control
Did
was
Father
vibrating.
have his grimoire on him at the time of his death?
It was only because of the grimoire that we could identify him at all.
What actually happened? How did he die?
A building collapsed on top of him. I don't know any other way of putting it.
Well, that would suck.
Where did it happen? Where was this building?
The southern part of Śródmieście, not far from the police station. Anyway, you can miss it.
Yeah, Bray's return was pretty good. That Hardy.
This was the death that fate
Ooh,
prepared
yeah,
for him.
because that Hardy Boys return was pretty exciting. Like the tease where you thought it was going to be the New Day and it was like the Hardys. Shane McMahon's return was pretty cool at the time.
He died as he lived, miserably. He couldn't have met a more fitting end after what he did to me.
You know what would be crazy if just Vince made a return?
Know that Papa felt guilty.
Just suddenly here, no chance.
Even if he didn't say so outright. I'm not going to defend him.
I wonder what Thanksgivings are like for the McMahons and the Helmsleys.
Even I don't know what really happened back then with Abaurite.
An accident is what happened, and Father treated 2 kids like the worst disgraces in the world.
I tell you, after watching that Vince McMahon documentary, the biggest thing that came out of it for me was like, I felt sorry for Shane. That's a guy that just wants to like impress his dad.
Never learn what Stasio carried in his heart.
What do you intend to do?
Vince versus Stephanie twice in a lifetime. Zach Gowen versus Brock Lesnar. That was wild stuff.
And Mordechai Chayat. Could that be a lead?
I don't think so. He worked with Father, but he left more than a year ago.
Do you know? Do you have it?
All right, folks. I got to drop. I know my wife's gone to sleep and she has to work in the morning, but one of my dogs is freaking out. I gotta see what's going on there. But thanks for hanging out, Luke. Good chat. Maybe we'll chat tomorrow, man. But enjoy Survivor Series either way. It's gonna be good. War Games. That's my Wade Barrett. All right. Take it easy, man.